actually
Rebel.
right down here.
Yeah.
Hold on, what is this?
So Rebel was owned by two guys that came out from Jersey, I believe, and they basically brought like that kind of food scene out here, and we're doing it with
They're doing it
like a punk rock
rundown
vibe.
bar,
It was like Michelin-rated food, but like within a punk rock setting. Like it was such a cool, unique experience, and everything I had there like was phenomenal.
What
I
happened?
had a salmon
down, like,
octopus
November.
ceviche that like to date is like one of my favorite meals. And then I did like a Philippine dinner there. They did incredible stuff, but there was construction outside for like 2 years outside their building, and
It's like
just
right down
killed
there in
their
the
business.
warehouse.
Yeah.
Right there.
But they do pop-ups every now and then, and so those I definitely recommend.
I think they even aren't they Rebel Chicken and Fins?
I don't know about that one,
They may not be. I'm not
but
sure.
I also love Stoic and Genuine.
Yeah. Have you ever had their burger? I know it's a seafood spot, but have you ever had their
No,
burger?
I would.
It's actually pretty damn good. I had it for a lunch the other day with some.
They did a tuna steak wrapped in a New York strip that was cooked like phenomenally. And to date, like I've actually tried to replicate it at home. One of the best
Wait,
dishes.
a tuna wrapped with steak around
Yeah,
it?
so basically the way it's
And then you
cut,
just
like
sear
when you
it?
cut it is like it looks like the center is just raw meat, but it's actually a tuna steak. It's not raw meat.
That's some surf and turf. Damn, we're going to have to look into that. I had a
Edge,
burger there
Edge
for lunch.
is great.
Oh,
if
Four
you've ever been to
Seasons?
Edge, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Shit. Working Class, they're good. I like.
that's a fun spot.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Rebel used to be my go-to. It's been tough since they closed. Like
Pour out a
everybody
little
was coming to
sake for it.
town.
Rest in peace.
But yeah, those would probably be my go-to spots. I don't know. I like Jack's. Jack's is always good for fish.
So you go downtown a fair
Yeah,
amount?
I go downtown or up in Boulder. There's a Jack's in Boulder,
Yeah.
and then
It's like the OG one.
Yeah.
Tavernetta, Morin, all those. Oh, shout out to our friends over at Wolf's Taylor. They just got top 10 new restaurant in America. If you haven't
That's
tried that
awesome.
place out, you got to give it a whirl. It's over in Sunnyside, like 44th and Tejon.
Oh, that would be perfect. My buddy lives out there.
Yeah, it's solid shit. Chef Whitaker. and
But
his
I've been
crew.
getting on cooking at home a lot.
Yeah.
Like I started doing like I would just like look at other menus and then try to figure it out. Like I've been big on like I tried to make the steak wrapped tuna and it came out pretty good. We'd do like a foraged mushrooms. Go to like I got a buddy that's like all into mycology, and you take him on a hike. It takes you 5 hours to go a mile, but you'll find every mushroom that's out there.
I mean, while I would love it for y'all to be able to go do those hikes and then just come back. I'll be watching football. But at least we'll have all those boomers. That's perfect. And obviously, I'm assuming they're cooking boomers. But love it.
Yeah, cookable.
Yeah. All right. So we've done that's great. So you forage on occasion, so that may cut out.
Cheap eat spot.
That may be my cheap heat spot, is that he just goes out there and gets it from the wild.
Oh, cheap eat spot.
Rent is due next week. So tell us, what is your favorite go-to for rent week?
Go-to for rent week.
Like
Yeah,
cheap,
when you're like,
$10, $20.
You know, if you aren't living from
Well, if
paycheck
you
to
really
paycheck,
want the cheap spot, my hack
Yeah,
is
like you're not
Chewy's.
stoners.
And so Chewy's
Ooh.
does a free nacho bar during happy hour. So you can eat unlimited nachos while you're there.
what do you mean not like?
Like, it's like chips and meat and cheese sauce and salsa. Like, it's not like awesome, but it's free. And then you can order water, and then if you bring in a picture of a dog that's framed, it's a $1 appetizer. So you could go on Google, you can print out a picture of a dog, go to the dollar store, pick up a frame. For $1, you've had nachos and an appetizer, and you're set.
Dude,
Holy shit!
that just won the game. That's exactly what we're talking about. Cheap eats.
We've
cracked-
never heard such a sophisticated response to that.
Then you really are knocking this interview out of our water.
That's a strategy. We need to do that.
Look how leaned over I am. I'm in shock. I'm in awe.
It's
That
the
was-
sake.
Stoned sideways.
I am stunning sideways, but that is possibly the best answer
Yeah.
we've had today.
The best cheap eats answer ever.
Ever. Well done.
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Of course.
I don't even know if there's anything to follow up that.
All right, well now let's music. Let's talk about music because you were saying earlier when we were talking that you fucking love the Fillmore.
Yeah, so I went to...
Shout out to our friends.
Yeah, shout out Fillmore. I've been to a few shows there, and it's always a good time. I mean, I love the aesthetic of the venue, but I went to a show I guess like 2 or 3 weeks ago now, whatever, Grizz played the Fillmore for a sold-out crowd, and he totally changed the entire way that it's set up. I mean, there were bleachers on the stage. He played 6 decks in the center of the crowd. Sound booth was on both sides of the crowd, and everybody was just surrounding the floor. And it was a very unique experience also because there were no phones involved. And I'd never been to a no phone show. And, you know, that fear of like, oh, my God, I missed the picture, I missed whatever. And everybody had their phone locked up. So instead of seeing,
you know, put it up when you
see 1,000 fucking
That's
phones,
pretty cool.
You know, like, you never see a front row, especially somebody who's that close in the stage. Like, people are walking, you know, you see a celebrity, you see somebody walk into the crowd, everybody around them has got a phone up, you know. And so it was a very unique experience to have that. And obviously, you know, the way that the Fillmore set themselves up that night was incredible. I followed that up with the show at Red Rocks to see Grizz, and again, pyrotechnics, lasers, everything you could pull out at Red Rocks. So I've only been to 2 Red Rocks shows this year, I think. Yeah, 2 Red Rocks. I saw the Motet, which was incredible, and
big fans.
Yeah, I saw them with Galactic and Moon Hooch. Moon Hooch was awesome. Everybody said, "Don't miss the opener. Don't miss the opener." I've never seen anybody play a saxophone like that. So that was super cool. And then obviously Grizz tore it up for his last night at Red Rocks.
Nice.
I like it. So do you have anything left on the docket for so this episode airs mid-September. What do we have for
So I'm going to, there's a bunch of stuff actually. So I forget, there's a show at the end of October that I was going to go see, and I forget what it is now. But I know that the one on November 1st, Muzzy Bear is playing. I would definitely recommend checking that out. My homie EXO, which is Jason, he's going to be opening for them. So I definitely recommend checking that out. Tickets are only I don't even know, probably $20-$30. That would be dope. And then the Motet is playing a Meow at the Moon event, Mission Ballroom, and that is in collaboration with Meow Wolf. And so I know Meow Wolf has been trying to bring their stuff out to Denver for years, and so I'm really excited for that, obviously, because I love the Motet. Really excited about Meow Wolf, and I've heard nothing but good things about this new venue, but I have yet to check it out. I have
not been to Mission yet. That probably will be my first show as well, so we'll collab on that one.
Hell yeah.
By the time this airs, I will have been to the Mission.
Oh, yeah? What are you seeing?
I'm pretty psyched. Next week, I'm seeing Maggie Rogers.
Oh, nice.
Checking that out.
You mean last week? How great was that show? Oh, wait, no. It's this week.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be this week for you.
Yeah. It was fucking fantastic.
Yeah. We're not good with math.
I'm terrible at all that. I did know that, it would already be past my birthday, so.
Yeah, that was good. I was proud of you.
I thought about that.
That weed slowly kicked in.
It
and
did.
By the way, so what the best part was when me and you met was on a golf tournament. We were playing golf together.
Yeah, shout out the clinic.
Yeah, and he goes, I was like, man, I can't hit this anymore. And it was a big blunt, and everybody in the group was faded. He was like, man, we don't stub out blunts. We're just going to keep smoking it. I was just like, Jesus Christ. So our round progressively got slower and worse, but I felt like we had that same issue today, but I'm not nearly as worse.
We smoked 20 grams of weed and 3 blunts.
Yeah, see, I didn't really, that's a lot.
That's not for Kip.
That's not the average bear. I just need a little bit. I need 1 gram joints, and I can smoke that just casually.
All right, so I think we should switch up a late night stoned appetit guilty pleasure to what's a stoned appetit kind of ultimate stoner camp meal?
Ultimate stoner camp meal. Well, I'll tell
you
this.
You're an Eagle Scout, so you better come up with some fucking good.
So it's funny because when I think of camp food, I don't necessarily think of good food. You think of hot dogs and hamburgers and chili and things like that. And so that's typically how I always prepare for campouts. And my buddy showed up to one of our first big campouts, and he started making fajitas, cutting meat up, cutting peppers up, doing the whole seasoning, tortillas, the whole shebang.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, this is your kitchen. He's like, yeah, well, I wasn't going to eat hot dogs. I was like, oh, okay. Well, so I would say fajitas are definitely one of my favorite camp meals. I also love, one of my guilty pleasures is cottage cheese and salsa with Frito scoops is crack when you're stoned and camping.
Cottage cheese, salsa, and Frito scoops.
That's an interesting cheese. That's just not one I've ever thought about putting in there.
Dude, I'll take it. Okay, so that would be if you got home like late at night one night, that would be
That's
your.
like my munchies. If I've got cottage cheese and salsa, like that's my jam.
All right.
That or like French onion dip, for sure, with like Ruffles.
Okay, so
with Ruffles,
cheese, anything like savory. I'm not a sweets guy.
I'm not a big Ruffles fan, nor am I a big potato chips fan. But like for French onion dip, you got to go with Ruffles.
I couldn't agree more.
Yes.
I love them. All right, so our next segment. This is brought to you by our sponsors at Colorado Sake Company. Come down here, Dank SBs. It's called Would You Rather.
Okay.
Would you rather cut off your thumbs or one foot?
Ooh. I would say probably thumbs, because with the advance in technology, you could probably figure that one out.
Okay. Would you rather know when you die or how you die?
I would probably rather know how I die.
Only eat pizza or never eat pizza? Oh, wait, no. It's never eat pizza or never eat hamburgers.
Ooh. I don't know, man. Could I go different places or same pizza, same hamburger every day?
You could eat other burgers and other pizzas. A variety of them.
But you could never have pizza again.
You could never have
life.
2 pieces of meat put between a bun or just fucking disintegrates in your face.
I would probably rule out pizza. I think at the end of the day, I love pizza, but I would probably rule out pizza.
East Coast or West Coast rap?
What do you...
Just have
Man, fuck that no coast. Midwest.
That's not a real
Casey
thing.
Mo.
Midwest rap.
Midwest rap, man.
No. What's it called? we're getting
Michigan.
I forgot all the
Missouri,
rapid fires,
Illinois.
and I'm so high, so I was just trying to think of some of them.
You are incredibly high.
I am so incredibly high.
Zombied high. All right, so I guess like
I was trying to do rapid fire, but I mixed in with Would You Rathers.
yeah, you did do a whole lot of good stuff there.
Yeah, that probably didn't
He's
go
having
well.
trouble sitting up, so.
I'm just trying.
Yeah, so shit. I mean, is there anything else that we need to know about CannaVentures?
I would just say, like, if you want to come on a CannaVenture, definitely do it. Definitely plan ahead for campouts. They sell out quicker. We try to keep them as an intimate space. It's 100 to 150 people max at a campout. So you're not going to be in that 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 festy crowd. And the other thing is, bring a friend, like, especially if they don't smoke. It's really cool when non-smokers come out. They see what we do. They see, that they can have fun in the mix. They don't have to feel pressured to consume, but at the same time that we consume in a way that doesn't, affect others. The responsibility aspect is key. People already have kind of this negative opinion of cannabis from years of propaganda and a variety of things, and the more we can do to advance that cause and say, hey, I'm, just the average hiker out on the trail, same as you. Oh, by the way, I smoked a blunt before I got here. That changes people's perception. They don't think of you as sitting on the couch with a bag of Cheetos. Like, they're like, oh, this dude just did 7 miles with me, stoned.
Yeah, shout out to my dad if you're listening. By the way, I didn't cuss nearly as much. Shout out to Terry Buell as well. That guy's my hero. But you're right, that is a good point. The common misconception is the ones you see on movies, which does lead me to my last question that I totally blanked on. Yeah. Which one's your favorite stoner? Like, did you like the boys from Dazed and Confused, or do you like Scooby-Doo? Did you like Half-Baked?
Pineapple Express, Half-Baked. Dazed and Confused is a classic. Big Lebowski. I love Big Lebowski.
Famous stoners in history.
As a weed movie. It's associated with the weed culture.
I would have to say Half-Baked for me, too.
Who's your favorite stoner in movie history? You could even think of the guys from Caddyshack.
I don't know, man.
Bill
Super
Murray?
Troopers is pretty far
Super
up
Troopers.
there. Caddyshack as well, but Super Troopers is pretty iconic for me.
That one was a good one. The first one?
Yeah. The second one was
Mr.
funny,
Chimpa.
but they recycled a lot of jokes. The first one was classic.
That almost got real grisly. I kind of thought there was a couple good ones. They had a lot of Farva in there, but that made too
Glittering
much.
End.
Yeah. Jim Gaffigan. But yeah, so I apologize. I interrupted on everything. We wished a good surprise on you. But Ben, we appreciate you joining us this afternoon. Thanks for telling everybody to come on. I did interrupt because I started thinking of the weeds.
No, you're good. And if you want to learn how to roll a good blunt or
Yes, come to our summer camp or come to one of our events.
And if they want to buy your book online?
If you want to buy our book online, it's on Amazon, on Kindle, or in print. And if you bring it to one of the events, I will happily sign it for you.
Do you know
Oh,
who
shit.